That music, man, that music just does something to me because I know it's about to be that time. You know what I'm saying?
I can't even do it. Yo, it's on steroids. The whole time it's on steroids. Yo, look, y'all know what it is, man. I always jump out on the dive board because I'm that dude with the bald head, and I make the least amount of resistance when I enter into the pool. You dig? So, newborn baby swimming at you, and my name is Earth, aka G1. Ha! And who is that?
Your boy, G3,
Drizzle,
aka Sky. As I swoop through, you know what I'm saying, with a little bit of that Rodan flavor.
Cool, blowing nothing but hot fire from the mouth.
Hot fire. Dalan, and Dalan.
For real, yo, give it to him. Hey, man, we are Earth and Sky. You know how we do it, man. This is our thing. This is what we do. We are having a conversation, and y'all are formally invited to come on in to just chill with us while we do what we do. You know what I'm saying? Nothing special. It's just the weekend freestyle. And that makes everything special. So whatever we talk about, oh, you doing that Rick J off of Dave Chappelle? Like, cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Yo, rest in peace, Rick James.
Rick James is definitely the business.
Say again.
That brother, the business. He the business man. He was ahead of his time. He was so ahead. Look, what if Rick James would have actually been around in the late 80s to early 90s when he was coming out with all his music?
Cold-blooded.
Super Freak. They'd have been twerking the Super Freak, bro.
Yo, if you went back, now you know how many times Super Freak been used to make big songs, not just a mediocre. I'm gonna use Rick James Super Freak. No, when you use Super Freak, you make bangers. Like I ain't gonna front. Hammer made one of the hottest selling hip hop songs out there ever to Super Freak. Okay, can't touch this. Still to this very day, it's being used in commercials. Now, even though Hammer might not own the rights to it, which that's too bad. Message: learn your business. But the point is, what he created and brought to life, even if he didn't create it, he brought it to life. And now it lives on in the minds and hearts of everyone. Bart Simpson talking about can't touch this. You know what I'm saying? I saw a candy commercial talking about some can't touch this.
Oh, all types of commercials.
All types of
can't touch this.
Can't touch this. Pricing, can't touch this. That now, see, but that's what hip hop did to this world, not just America. Not just America. And I salute these young boys who realized that early, making the rap. Because we had to, in our era, we had to wait to go nationwide, to go international. And then when you went international, you realized that's where all the money was at. You fell out of the game just to go over there and rap international because your name was still hot. A lot of these cats ain't fall off like you think. But I'm just saying, hip hop has changed the freaking industry, the world as a whole.
Sampling keeps things relevant. Ooh. That's why it's like, if you think about it, like you look back and like you really listen to beats. Wait a minute, yeah, you've heard, and the reason why it resonates with you is because it was an old school Joan that was loved by everybody, and either they sped it up, slowed it down, added the 808, added this, added the hi-hat, added this, added that with a couple wrinkles. Yeah. And you're like, I'm feeling this. Yeah, because about 10 years ago, you was feeling it too. It was just sped up or slowed down.
Now, let me tell you, what you just said is a perfect segue into the next segment that I want to talk about.
Segue into a segment. Speak on it, Earth.
I happen to be listening to Fat Joe's podcast today. And it was by way of a different podcast, and I can't remember which name. All Urban Hip Hop, All Urban. Okay, All Urban. Y'all did a good job by just letting that play out. Nobody said anything. AUC on YouTube, check them out. They gave you a real one today. And I was sitting up there watching it and laughing. Oh my goodness. They were on the phone. Fat Joe coming off the loss to Ja Rule, trying to transfer the energy of losing into another win like only Fat Joe can do. He is Fat Joey Crack for a reason.
So
when
he
he
cracked
ran out
it
of crack,
down.
he started selling something else. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Hell, he sold you a Big Pun. He sold you a Terror Squad. He sold you a Remy Ma. He sold you a DJ Khaled. He sold you a Cool and Dre.
Don't forget the links.
And he sold you a Cuban Links. I said Terror Squad. He was yeah, he was, but you know what I'm saying, but for real, but yes, let's give Cuban Links. Cuban Links started coming out talking against Fat Joe, and I guess there must have been some bad beef that happened. But you know, these are the type of things we'll be talking about on Hookah Talk with a Gorilla. You know what I'm saying? We get into that deep conversation about what made the game as we review new music and stuff like that. So that's coming. Shameless
Show coming
plug.
to you soon.
Shameless plug. Bad Gorilla.
Look at please.
But back to what we was talking about, there was a live on Fat Joe's channel that he did. Now, Fat Joe's been campaigning since day one after the Ja Rule match on Versus. He's been campaigning, right? And he's been campaigning because Jermaine Dupri ended up on stage, and this is where my conversation with you didn't finish. Like, just like at the end of a boxing match, he's in the ring. Why are you in the ring? And guess what he's doing? He's calling out somebody else. Why? Because they need all that attention and all that hype on the next verses. And so now the big next verses is the people want to say, so they say, the people want to see Jermaine Dupri and Puff Daddy battle of the remixes.
No, it would be battle of the producers. I mean, to be honest with you, because I mean, you gotta think about it. Puffy has more albums than JD. Puffy by himself has more albums than JD. So you'd have to add, like you said, battle of the remixes, and look, that's what Puffy said. Puffy like, well, you want to go album for album, you ain't got none really. So you can't do that. And he's like, if you want to go producing, he's like, I'm number one. Now we all know that Dre will look, bro. Dre will drink his milkshake. Look, he will drink his milkshake 10 out of 7 days of the week.
wait. I actually think Puffy wants his milkshake drink. Let me tell you why I say that. Before I get off onto my tangent. Before the reason why Puffy tried to sidestep Jermaine Dupri. And if you haven't heard by now, you can go back online, look at the comments that Jermaine Dupri had for Puffy, and Puffy had Jermaine Dupri. I won't recap all that right now, where their web page is at, and their Instagram sites and their responses on Twitter and all that. No, we're not doing all that. But you can find it. It's very easy. Anything you watch is going to have it in there. But long story short, Puffy said, your arms are too short to box with the God. Okay? And he told Jermaine Dupri, I love you, you family, but your arms are too short to box with God. Call me for Dre. He called out trying to get Dre. And so since I know that Dre has the strongest henchman team, because West Coast dudes is loyal when you keep paying them. Don't ever get it twisted. West, we loyal when you pay us. Now you stop paying us, yeah, we don't do that for the love shit. You know what I'm saying?
Sides.
It's
where
either
the money at?
Real shit is either for the set or it's for the dough. All right. That's why this dubs, you know what I'm saying, so real. So when I tell you that Puffy started trying to pivot Now, Snoop said some real shit. Snoop said some real shit. Now, I don't know if people caught it. Snoop said some super duper, ooper drooper real shit. What Snoop said was that he says, and this is just a segment. You got to go back and listen to the whole thing on AUC or Fat Joe's podcast. But Snoop said, he said, sometimes you only do that when you trying to, when you know you ain't got the wins and you trying to divert attention to somebody else. Now, I'm going to tell you why he was saying that. Because on Saturday night, Snoop was like, hey, Jermaine Dupri got some hitters. And he got not everybody. First thing you think about when Jermaine Dupri is who? Crisscross, the Brat, right? His two rap groups that really went mega uber duper stars. But let's not forget about all the work he did with Usher. Now, I'm gonna fast forward here.
Usher.
I'm gonna fast forward. He said some shit to Puffy that I don't think sat too well with Puffy because it shut down Puffy's whole fucking game. Puffy was talking big shit. Puffy was in the backyard.
In his backyard.
Right. He was in the backyard.
With the balloons flowing and whatnot.
Yo, Puffy was up there living like he already won the versus battle, and this was the day after. Puffy was playing the songs on there, dancing through, and Jermaine Dupri kept it true to Atlanta. He said, look here, let me tell you something, man. He said, and Fat Joe was trying to soup it up. Ooh, Fat Joe came with the Campbells.
Fat Joe man.
He came with the
chunky.
Campbells. He came with the Prego soup. He came with the
chunky Campbells. Soup.
Huh?
Chunky Campbells.
He came with the chunky Campbells. He came with the Progresso soup. He came with the blue can. Let me tell you, he comes and he says, JD, everybody's in Atlanta. 21 Savage, which ain't from Atlanta. 21 Savage, and he started naming off all these different people that's in the chat. He said they want to hear you play this one song. I know what that was, but listen, I'm a salute Jermaine Dupri because Jermaine Dupri stuck to his Southern guns, right? He stuck to his Southern guns, and he said this. He said, man, until he signs the contract, he said, y'all know Puffy. Puffy being Puffy right now. Puffy trying to divert this shit off of him because he know I got that smoke for him. Now, that was the first thing he said, right? Let me tell you the second thing he said before I get back to what Snoop said that motherfucking, what Jermaine Dupri said to really shut it down. The third thing. The second thing was he said, Puffy played a song. He said, I know you produced that. Yo, pound your chest. Pound your chest to that one. Pound your chest. He said, I know you produced that. And that hit so hard to Fat Joe because Fat Joe tried to use that same argument. But look, when Ja Rule said it to Fat Joe, listen, they're trying to change the conversation right now. They're trying to make it acceptable where if you weren't really involved with it, but you just signed your name to the shit, you good. And that's some bullshit. Fat Joe, I'm gonna call you out on that one. That's some bullshit. P. Diddy, Daddy Puppet Double Dr. Love, that's some bullshit.
Papa Diddy Pop.
Papa Diddy Pop. You know what I'm saying? Look, don't get mad at me. Ben Stiller did that skit first. Don't get mad at me.
Hitting golf balls through my window.
Right.
Stop, dog. Look,
not gonna happen anymore. Okay, he shut him down, yo. And Puff ain't say nothing. All he did was this response, like, I'm gonna look at you hard, but I ain't gonna say nothing, bitch, still, because you're talking about me and a black golf ball that you got that says "bad boy" on it. Yeah, let's not forget. Lest we forget, I'm a hip hop historian to some degree. Now, so yes. He said, "Did you produce? I didn't know you produced that." Now that's gonna be the call of the wild because you can't be coming to a battle with somebody else's material.
Booyah.
Okay. You can't come to nobody's battle with somebody else's material. And I think Jermaine Dupri was trying to, listen, this is all theatrics. I'm going to play it like it's all theatrics because right now it's all puff and smoke. But let me tell you what the big thing was that he said. And then I'm going to let you chime in because I know that you chomping at the bit, being the historian that you are when it comes to hip hop, New York and everything, bro. You got your mouth moving like a piranha. Look, let me tell you. The biggest thing he said, he came back. Puffy, he stayed on, but Puffy left, and Puffy came back still talking about the same one song thing, right? This is what people didn't catch. Jermaine Dupri said, "I'm gonna shut." He said, "Oh, you do?" He said, "Oh, you do R&B?" Because he know he can't kill him with rap. Because why? Puffy's rap catalog is extensive, but they're not burners. They're burners, but they don't make the kind of money that R&B made back then. No. We can agree that Puffy's that Mary J. Blige's budget was a lot bigger than Biggie's first budget and Craig Mack's first budget. Even though they're reigning true,
you could put them budgets together and they didn't come close to Mary J's budget.
Not at all. Just to get her over from rest in peace, what's his name, from Uptown. Get him over from Uptown from Andre Harrell. You know what I'm saying? To get him over from Uptown, to get Mary over from Uptown along with Jodeci, bruh. He needed Craig Mack to launch Biggie. No, to take that money and put it on Mary, to take Mary's money to put it on Biggie, to take Biggie's money to put it on Jagged Edge. I mean, not Jagged Edge, but Jodeci, and then put that back on, bruh. He shifted that. He's playing. Look, what's that movie, the short game you told me about? Do you call Monty?
Yes. Coconut
shells on the Price is Right with the little white ball. That's what this dude is doing. Trust me. But let me get to the point. He calls him out and says, "I'm gonna play one song for you that's gonna destroy your whole R&B catalog." This is the type of power. He said, I'm gonna tell you something else that he said. This is the type of power a real producer like Jermaine Dupri has. The type of firepower a real producer like Jermaine Dupri has to pull out one song that destroys Puffy's whole R&B stock, lock, stock, and barrel. Even with the TV media engine machine and Danity Kane behind him, still can do it. Watch this. He plays Usher, Confessions. Over. He said this one song sold 10 million copies. He said what R&B track you got in your catalog that sold more than 10 million copies? Lopsided. Yo, he got
mollywopped.
Lopsided, yo.
He straight mollywopped.
Boom.
To be continued. So I'm just gonna go ahead, seeing that we go in there with it, and that's just so hard body, bruh. The I Drink Your Milkshake Award goes to Jermaine Dupri. Why? Because he drank Puffy's milkshake. So this goes out to you, Jermaine Dupri. I take my straw and I put it in your milkshake.
Puffy.
And I drink your milkshake.
Puffy, Jermaine Dupri, based off that conversation that I saw today on that Fat Joe, drink your milkshake.
Well, look, Diddy. Look, check it out. Puffy says some things, and Puffy has some valid points, right?
True, facts.
But JD flat out told him, see, you can't come down here and do a damn thing. Zero. Cats in the Northeast is still bumping JD shit. So, but you ain't coming to Atlanta.
One more thing that JD told him, that to me, split him down over the white meat. See, JD, I'm gonna tell you what I love about JD. This newfound respect that I got for him today, when I heard that today, is that number one, you ain't gonna tell me what we do down here on the South.
No.
You ain't gonna pressure me into doing anything we don't do down here in the South. You ain't even gonna use the South to try and play against me to get me to do something. Your whole thing is you want me to play a song, sign the contract, bro. If that ain't Southern, if that ain't how we do it down here in the A, we not playing with you. We not playing with you. If the paperwork ain't right, we ain't doing nothing. We not about to do no Instagram battle. Jermaine Dupri told him, I'm not about to do an Instagram battle. And then he told him, they said, you got enough hits, Jermaine? No, Jermaine told him. He said, I got 21 number ones. He said, I got 20 number ones. He said, I got 20 number one. I know I look mad, ugly up in the middle of this camera right here, but that's the when he said it, I was like, ooh, wee, nigga, that's what I'm talking about. He said, I got 20 number ones.
That was crazy. He came at him. Now look, again, you want to talk about some battling stuff, right? Okay.
Talk about it.
Here's my whole flow, because I'm watching everything. I'm looking at the nuances, the subtleties, the whole nine. I straight drowned out the two hype men. Fat Joe and Snoop, I drowned them out. Okay.
Quick, fast.
So basically now I'm focusing on JD and Puff, right?
Right.
As you made a point earlier. Puff was in his backyard, manicured lawn, got balloons in his backyard. Okay, very nice. And he's just standing there in his backyard. He's kind of going around. So everybody's seeing his nice backyard and the whole nine, right? Where was JD? Not only was JD in the studio, he had an artist in the booth while he was talking to all three of them. Like, he's like, look where you at and look where I'm at. He's like, JD was like, I don't play this game. This ain't a game to me. He's like, I'm here in this right now. Then Puffy like, I got 3 studios in my house, but you ain't in it. You ain't in that studio. I make beats. JD was making beats while he was talking all types of greasiness to him. So at that point, again, you really look at what's going on and you're like, wait a minute. So Puff, what was the last beat you made? JD is still in the studio making beats. See, again, Puff living in the past talking about, well, yo, I got 3 studios in my crib, but you ain't in one of them right now. Now, Puff would have been even if he would have been sitting at the soundboard, that's a different conversation.
But back when Puff was really Puff, that's all the time you saw him was in the studio. If he wasn't in front of a camera or on stage, he was in the studio. But that doesn't mean he was making the shit. Now that I'm understanding it, now it just means that he was in the studio. That's it, taking pictures. Yeah, that's what Puff was doing. Jermaine was like,
see, again, there's a difference to how you can sway a narrative. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference to how to sway a narrative. Again, if Puff was at least sitting in his studio, that's different. But you can't spin the fact that, son, you in your backyard lost connection to have to get back in because you in your backyard.
What kind of internet connection you got at Puff Daddy's stage to where your shit ain't hidden like that? Why your internet ain't hidden? Everybody else hidden. You got Snoop on the West Coast. You got Fat Joe in the Northeast, and then you got Jermaine down in the Southeast. So where you at to where you ain't got no good internet, Puff? I'm just curious. That's a question that came to my mind. That's it.
Look, I'll say this: the man got a gigantic backyard, and I guess he found the dead spot. The one spot in his backyard, he found it somehow. You know what I'm saying?
Benefit of the doubt.
But JD was in the studio, and you could see. So it wasn't like he had the camera facing him, and you couldn't see the booth. He had the camera like it was behind him, and he had to turn around. There was somebody literally in the booth laying a track while he was doing this. So it's like, who's really more relevant? Who's really more relevant? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, okay, and where you going to have that battle at? You can't have that battle in the Northeast. You can't have that battle in the A. So where you going to have it at?
Oh, they're trying to bring it to the A. They're trying to bring it to the Mercedes-Benz station.
Oh, bro, look.
Mercedes-Benz stadium.
If that happens, you have the Locks Dipset round 2.
as a warm-up.
Round two. Because that's a warm-up. I'm talking about JD slaughters him to the point of oblivion. If Puffy was dumb enough to sign that contract, bro. Look, hey Puff, bro. I got some oceanfront property in Montana for you, son. Look, I'm gonna give it to you for the lowski woski, 150 mil cash deal. I can hand you the keys right now. Oceanfront in Montana. If you sign a deal to do this versus in the A, bruh, you
can't win, Rock.
No,
you can't win.
No, look, and the savagery that would happen would be so. I can't even like. Do you know if he was to do that? Look, JD starts it, and it's only one song he's got to play. See that Puffy gonna have his collabo flow rolling, right? There's one song that JD got to play in the A. One. Welcome to Atlanta, where the players play.
He brought that up. He said, I'm not saying nothing about it. He said, yo, stop trying to make it a New York, Atlanta thing, JD. He said, look, I had you on. He said, I got a song called Welcome to Atlanta, and I had you on it. You know what I'm saying? He said, and you represented New York. I ain't saying nothing about that. Come on, man. We passed that. I was like, oh, look, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. To me, JD's confidence level, I don't know if they got in his ear prior to this verses, but what I will say is that his confidence level for what he knows that he can do to Puff, and what I remember, he said something that was so cold. He said, Puff, what was you doing in 92? Puff?
Yeah, A&R? That's what you was in 92, Puff. You was a dancer. You was dancing. You was shaking your booty, Puff. That's what you was doing. Straight ass shaking. That's what you was doing on somebody else's shit.
Oh, my God. Oh, I promise to never do that again. But that was just so on point. Oh, my goodness. But
look, when you look at it and you compare apples to apples, the oranges to oranges, you can compare. If you do rap for rap, one's got a bigger catalog rapping than the other one's got a bigger catalog. One's got a bigger catalog producing than the other one technically has a bigger catalog producing. But if you talk about like where this rap battle takes place is paramount. It is key.
Say that.
Because basically, again, if it happens in New York, Puff gonna get the nod just because of the location, hype of the crowd, all of that. If it happens in the A, JD massacres him worse than possibly the Locks did to Dipset. All right. So now you got to take it almost to the West Coast to where it's somewhat
neutral.
Somewhat neutral. Somewhat.
You see what I'm saying? You trying to have a major hip hop party in Switzerland.
Look,
well, you know what? That makes sense. And I'll tell you why that makes sense. Because if you can't get them over to LA, the party capital of the Western Hemisphere, you will officially have accomplished the biggest thing, the biggest moment in hip hop. And I think, to me, that's what JD wants to create, is the biggest moment in hip hop. And I'm all for it. I'm gonna tell you why I'm all for it, right? Because that's why I feel like they're bringing Snoop into this, so they can already have Snoop set up the venue out there, have everything up under Snoop, so it makes Snoop look that much greater.
Well, you got to think, what's Snoop a part of? What's he straight in bed with?
The Crips.
Besides that.
Oh, okay. Death Row.
Besides that.
Bust Me Over the Head.
What does he always? Well, when it comes to boxing now, what is he now a part of? What does he perform at every fight? Triller.
Well, okay. I didn't know he was down with Triller like that though, but that makes sense.
On the first one, what did he say? I got to get me a promotion like this. I need to put this on. I need to be a part of something like this. And then everyone after that, the concerts that put on, he did at the last one that had Tyrone Woodley against Jake Paul.
Oh,
him, and he did a virtual duet with Marvin Gaye.
okay. That's why that answer escaped me right there.
So Snoop's already got the end. It's like, look, we can put this on. We can put this on big. Like, this ain't just gonna be like, we can take this truly to a higher level. Y'all can make bread. But to touch on a point, usually a person who's in the middle of doing something big, when you're in the middle of doing something big, you puff out your chest, right?
Facts.
Your confidence goes up, right?
Gorilla facts.
What that told me was, what's JD really working on? What is he cooking up in the lab right now as we speak? What has got his chest puffed out to the point where it's puffed out like I'm a out puffy?
That's what it looked like when I poked my chest out.
When I out puffed, so what is he working on that's got him so amped? So, because dude, I'm gonna be honest with you, I ain't heard nothing from JD. My man been quiet as a church mouse. I ain't saying he ain't been making music. I ain't saying he ain't been producing. Not saying that. But what I'm saying is, I have not physically seen that man's face in a very long time. And then all of a sudden to see him going at it with Puff.
Well, see, I think here's the thing, right? I think if Puff is gonna play that, I'm the executive producer, so I get to go ahead and pull from all the greatest hits in history.
He doesn't want to do that though.
I think to be honest with you, I think that JD could probably do something similar. And the reason why I say this is because the whole career between the two, and this is something JD alluded to, has been going back and forth between the two the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't mean to make this segment a whole JD, you know what I'm saying, P. Diddy thing, but I just think that that's super hot right now.
Oh, it's super duper hot.
And it makes perfect sense to talk about it while it's hot, because that's very hot.
Oh, that's very hot.
One of the biggest moments for hip hop right there.
But people, just so you know, Dre will never ever in the words of Chris Rock, in the words of Chris Rock, never ever. No, that was Chris Tucker. My bad.
Chris Tucker.
Yes. Look, that man is a billionaire. That man got divorced and he's still a billionaire. So what the hell is that? So literally, they couldn't pay him enough to do it, and he got more catalog than anybody in the game. Anyone in the game. Mind you, if you want to play, well, I'm a producer role, dude, look, Puffy get his milkshake drank twice. JD drink his milkshake, but I'm going to tell you, Dre, look, Dre not only would drink his milkshake, anytime Puffy saw a milkshake after that, he'd cry. He could just hit him with NWA. He could just catch him with, let's not even break in that Interscope aftermath. Let's not even go there with it. Because he wouldn't have to. He wouldn't have to.
If you have Dre versus Diddy in a versus, let me say that right. Number one, if you have Diddy versus Dre in a versus, you will officially have the first milkshake orgy.
Yes.
No. let me say it right. The first milkshake gangbang.
Yes.
Let me say it right.
Yes.
The orgy means that it's all consensual and everybody's with it. But a gangbang train, you know what I'm saying, come along and ride this fantastic voyage. I'm gonna tell you why that would be the case. Because Puffy would have a milkshake in each hand. He'd be taking a milkshake in the mouth. He'd have a milkshake in the backside. He'd be getting this milkshake drink. There'd be milkshake all over the place. Like, oh, milkshake.
Look, he would drown in milkshake. They would just just throw his ass in a vat of milkshake. Straight up. And there'd be nothing he could do. Look,
nothing.
Halfway through, they just stop it. Just stop it. Look. Here's what would happen. Halfway through the battle, Rakim shows up. I kick a hole in the speaker, pull the plug, then I jet.
And then everything goes dark.
Yep, and
everything comes back on, and you see them clearing up the stage like it's over with. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look. I think, like, if you get Dre and Puffy in a versus, it's going to look like what the industry is doing to Soulja Boy. I mean, not Soulja Boy. It's going to look like what the industry is doing to Lil Nas X right now. You know what I'm saying?
You really went there with it. That dude. Look here, man. Look here. Hate the switch
perfect
gears.
Segue, right? Was that a perfect segue?
Bro, I hate to switch gears, but that guy, that dude then literally, he's gone places in music as a whole. I'm not gonna say not in music as a whole. He has gone places that have been uncharted, that were feared waters. And this dude not only went there, he went there, went swimming, went fishing, then went back swimming. That dude is off the chain with it. And dude, like, very few people can say, I really don't give a damn. It's obvious. And here's the illy. Last I checked, the man still make money, and cancel culture just can't cancel him. They've tried. They can't do it. Look, how many, look, he's done something that other companies have never done.
I got to drink a shot to this one. Go ahead, Doug.
Bruh, this dude ran up on Nike. No other company has run up on Nike. No other artist, no other athlete has run up on Nike. Talk about, look, I'm going to take your shoe and I'm going to repurpose it for me. And I don't give a hot red ass if you like it or not. And I'm going to sell them. And did it. And Nike said, well, you're just going to have to stop. You're just going to have to stop now. They didn't even sue the kid. So you tell me what the fuck is really going on.
I'm going to tell you. Did you watch the VMAs?
Parts. I watched the bus flow. I had to watch bus.
So if you get a chance on the VMAs, he says, thank you to the gay agenda. Yay. To the gay. I mean, said it multiple times. The gay agenda, like, either number one, you are a plant of plants. You are so much a plant. You are like old boy from a Little Shop of Horrors. Feed me, Seymour. You that type of plant. You know what I'm saying? You ain't just the average plant. You are a super plant.
Super plant.
You feel what I'm saying? If that's what your steez is.
Bro.
But two, the things they're letting him get away with, that he's getting away with. And I gotta say letting him, because I already know by looking between the veil that you can pull the trigger. They can pull the trigger on anybody's career anytime, whenever they choose to.
Look what they did to the baby.
No, whoa. Baby, he doesn't know the other half of it. Just letting you know, sir, we're watching for you. Keep going. Listen, what they tried to do to the baby.
No, look, they haven't come at Nas X like that. Not even this much. Cancel culture literally tried to cancel the baby. Like they was like,
oh,
we're coming at him.
They pulled out the guns of Navarone for him. They pulled out the guns of Navarone for the baby. Just like they're trying to do with Nicki. But we're going to talk about Nicki in just a second here. Yeah, we're going to talk about Nicki in a second. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? We were trying to give you...
I'm fanning the flames, bro.
Okay, yeah. So with the baby, they brought out all the stops on him. And the baby retracted his apology. Who does that? Ooh, this new generation is super bold. Super bold. I mean, you got let's just call him LNX. I don't even like saying his name. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because LNX said something that nobody has ever said in the industry before,
and no one came at him.
Not yet. They're coming at him though. They're coming at him by Monday. That's gonna be the hot topic. This dude said, "Fuck yo kids." Who in hip hop, rap, music, any of that has ever said, "Fuck yo kids"?
But again, this cements, piggybacks, and cosigns exactly what you said when it comes to being a player. Look, you run up on Nike and you don't even get a slap on the wrist for that.
Nothing.
All right? You come out doing things, saying things, and no one's coming at you. Yes, he said, fuck your kids, right? What? Are they afraid to come at him because of the alphabet crew?
The alphabet crew, yeah.
I don't know. Like, dude, this individual is literally yet. Hey. This individual. Yeah. I don't.
This shot, everyone, is sponsored by OC, Out of Control Entertainment, and they are bringing to you live the shot for the shit that we can't comprehend. And in the shot, we're talking about one of the key people who are getting away with being pregnant, being homosexual, being misogynistic at the same time as being homosexual. I don't know how you do that, but he did it. Breaking all religious dogma. I mean, this dude he's done what NWA did to the industry in less than 2 years.
Oh yeah. Ain't nobody dressed up like the devil like him. Nobody.
And did a lap dance on the devil. You dress up like the devil to do a lap dance on the devil. Listen to you, whatever the hell you are. Because the shit you getting away with is out of control. So, shot for the OC. Think about it.
Word. Completely, unequivocally out of control. I mean, but look. But they quick to come at Nicki now because now she conscious. Now she making a comment. And mind you, she never ever said don't do it. She just told you
followed our game plan.
Think and pray on it. Ooh, they didn't like that. She said think and pray. Ooh.
Chomping at bits here.
Ooh. Release the hounds. Release the Rilla.
Taking off the glasses for this one. So for those of you that have been crawled under a rock with some other form of mollusk, let me go ahead and bring you up to date. Let me remove the top of the sarcophagus to expose the vampire during the daylight. Let me go ahead and rip the Band-Aid that's been on that wound, that gunshot wound, for over a week now, off. Let me go ahead and remove the wax from a Brazilian peel. Ladies, do you feel me? Nicki Minaj has said why she is the queen. And here's what the one thing I keep hearing in every one of the statements of the people that are talking about her. Now, keep in mind, I have not even heard the interview that Nicki said this, but I have heard the retracted statements of everyone else who has talked about Nicki. And all they're continuously mentioning is her 150 million followers, aka the Barbs, or the Barbies. Either way you want to look at it, she got a Barbie army that you don't even want to see on damn Toy Story. You don't want to see her army on Toy Story. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Nicki is like, okay. So Nicki simply said, paraphrasing, that she is not sure about the shot because one of her friends actually had his testicles swell. And if you don't know, testicles are gonads.
Her cousin's friend.
Her cousin's friend.
In Trinidad.
Not only, I had to slide in for that one, not only did Trinidad, and when I said Trinidad, I'm waiting for them to say Trinidad James. No, they meant Trinidad, like Trinidad Tobago. The country responded back to her after fact checking to make sure that what she said was true, because since they could not destroy her on that, because not only did Buddy have swollen testicles, he also became impotent from that also. And whatever else that has not shown itself yet has happened. So when she exposed that and says she's not sure about the shot, she didn't say, I'm not going to ever take the shot. I'm just not sure about it. To some degree, that's basically what she said. You know, paraphrasing. But once again, let me tell you, they had the fact checker and found out obviously it was true. Number one. Then you have all these people coming out of the woodworks. What was the first one? Joy, what's her name?
Oh, yeah, she came. Look, and that's what, and Nicki, I don't know if you heard her, Nicki's Instagram.
No.
Basically, Nicki said, look, I said what I said, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, and the first person they send after me is another black woman.
Oh. Now, let me tell you something. And I need you guys to think with me, critically think with me. Why not send a black man? Here's why I asked that question. When Snoop Dogg said what he said, they sent Gayle King, friend of Oprah. Gayle King, friend of Oprah. And you know what I'm saying? It sounds like a title. You know what I'm saying? Who are you?
I, friend of Oprah.
Friend of Oprah. Gayle King. I am. Speaking in the Yoda language. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but you know what I'm saying? But my whole point was, for Snoop, they sent Gayle King. So why not send Don Lemon? I don't know. You know, I mean, who else would they send? No, they don't. Well, we already. I mean, they might send one of these quote unquote writers, or I don't know. You know, one of these quote unquote biologists. You know what I'm saying? That are with you know, that group, that other group. You know what I'm saying? We won't say any names. We ain't trying to pub y'all up. But anyways, man, the point is, they actually sent another black chick after her. Another one. Like,
how could you say that and have our people not get the jab? Why would you do that?
Really?
I was just like, oh wow. Oh,
They
wow.
did it.
Like, they really, like, see, when you do something like that, when you're sitting at a card table playing cards for money, basically what they did was they just literally took their hand, laid it on the table so everybody can see their cards, and now they're going to play the hand out. But you already know what they got. So there's no hidden nothing. Like, and Nikki said, obviously you didn't read my full tweet. You didn't read the rest of it, did you? No, because she said, look, not that I'll, like you said, not that I'll never get it, but I'm gonna do my research. I'm gonna pray on it, and I'm gonna make my decision after that. But like you said, when you rocking with 150 million followers,
Billion.
100 million, dude, do you realize that they asked her to come to the White House after all that?
And there's still no signs that she has accepted.
She's not going. Look, she automatically knows what this is. It's a smear campaign. It's like, you came after me to try to defame my name, and I didn't even say anything. Like, really? And she's like, do you know how many other artists think the same thing that I'm saying, but nobody else is gonna say it because they don't want to have to deal with what I'm dealing with right now? Ooh. So at that point, even she knows the floodgates of hell could open up if other artists now all of a sudden start coming at her, or coming out with her, should I say, speaking their mind. It's a wrap. Rap City is coming back.
And that's why I say, like, everything that's going on right now, heavy distraction. But what she did, you can't distract away from that. That's just because it hits you in too many arenas. It hits you on social media, it hits you with music, and it hits you with the pandemic.
Oh.
I'm gonna call it a scamdemic, but let me stop. I ain't trying to get us goddamn block and shot.
See, now we was talking about Hammer. Look, you left the door too open, Earth. You left it too open.
You know what, man? I knew we could give them something in an hour. I knew we had a good hour to give them. And I just wanted to give them one good hour, man. I felt like even though we didn't get a chance to do the weekend wrap up, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to give them that one good hour, man.
Look here, man. We gotta go 115. We gotta go. We gotta push the envelope of 130 on this one, bro.
I don't know. I don't know if it's in the tank, bro. You think it's in the tank?
Oh, bro, look here, man. Look. Rilla's always got reserve. And even if you can't see it, Rilla always got something extra in the tank. Because this is a major topic right now that literally has her trending on CNN, CNBC, the BBC, Al Jazeera. Like, this is a rapper who hasn't rapped on her own drum. She's done features. She ain't come out with her. She don't have to. I mean, she got enough money to sit back and just cold lamp with it. Bruh, this chick has got everybody and their mama talking her name. I'm talking like she's pulled the ultimate Kanye without saying something outlandish. She actually just said something factual. something to get you thinking. But the problem is, like Earth said, she's got over 100 million people thinking. Oh my goodness. And that's global. Global. That's not just here in America, that's global, which means that there are people in other countries who are listening in other languages that are like, she got point. Yeah, I pray. I get back to you.
Do you know what? Do you know what? Listen, man. Listen. I'm
just saying, bro. That's factual. That's facts. Look.
Yeah.
How many rappers you know here lately get invited to the White House over speaking their truth and no slander? Guerrilla facts, no fleas, and you get invited to the White House to have a chit chat. See, back in the day, people, for those of you old enough to remember how things used to be back in the day,
tell them.
She'd have made that comment, and here's exactly what you would have heard the next day at her house. That's them knocking on your door. They're not asking you to come.
Nope.
They're taking you to a secret location somewhere, probably in Colorado, somewhere in the mountain, but you didn't hear that from me. And you're going to have a nice little chit chat. And either you comply or career assassination is coming to you.
Yep.
And they openly said, hey, why don't you come on down to the White House? We'd love to talk to you about this. She's got so many followers, they can't run up on her like that, bro.
Right. They trying though. They're trying. And like they used to say, y'all come on back now, you hear? Because I'm gonna tell you, bruh, she knows. Like, look, last time, I ain't gonna say last time, because last time Cass got invited, to the White House, rappers and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Kanye pulled a manga on me. You know what I'm saying? But which is cool. I ain't tripping. Because looking at what we got right now, manga don't look as bad as we thought it did. You know what I'm saying?
Kanye looking pretty conscious now, ain't he? Everybody was talking, he's crazy. He's crazy. He's having a meltdown. Put him on medication.
Oh, Kanye's winning right now.
He took Martin Sheen to the next level.
Yeah.
Winning.
Kanye is winning.
And he didn't even have to use the tiger blood to do it.
Nope. So when I tell y'all that Kanye is winning right now, Kanye is dropping Jesus albums. He ain't dropping no hip hop. He dropping Jesus albums that do hip hop. And everything else that Kanye is known for. And still competing against the Drakes. Y'all better pay attention. I keep trying to tell y'all, dude, these dudes may get put into these positions, but they are who they are anyway. And when you talk about somebody like Nicki, who's already fried many artists as well as many politicians who try to come at her already, look, Nicki is no slouch. She may be the queen of the ratchet crew, but let me tell you something. You are not going to out-talk or outsmart this one right here.
Do you know what they did? You know how far back they had to reach to try to throw some shade on her?
How far?
They re-released Lil' Kim's diss track.
Are you serious? Are you kidding me?
Yep, the video was posted. I was like, I didn't forgot about it, bro. I completely forgot that they had beef. Like completely, like it is the furthest thing from my brain. I'm like, what the?
So now Lil' Kim about to start winning again after she
She
I
had
don't want
nothing to do with it. It's a video, so I mean, you can post it. I mean, well, okay, what's she gonna say? No,
right. As soon as they come to her, yeah, they're gonna. She has the option, but she can't look. She's already proven that she's got to take that option because you see, she was looking like an alien for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Like she got taken in. Now she's looking like the old little Kim again. I don't know if you've seen it, but she's starting to look like the old little Kim. So whatever they did, how they fitted her back, like she got in a car accident like Kanye, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Through the wire, they brought her ass back, and now her video's resurging. And guess
or wait.
or what?
I'm gonna zoom in on this one. Now, was that Kim we've been seeing? Or was that a clone?
Ooh.
As I zoom out. Because now she's looking back to like Kim. Now, how do you do that? They said that you didn't play with your nose so many times, we can't fuck with it no more. We can't fix it. We cannot do it because basically, but look, what you got is what you got. And we can't work with it. But you're starting to go back to having black quote unquote features again after you straight just chopped and screwed your grill.
Come on, man. How?
Again, let me zoom in. Was that really her?
I mean, if they say that's her.
Look, bro, prosthetic skin is a motherfucker, let me tell you.
$2,000, you can get a face mask. I'm just saying. $2,000, you can get a face mask.
You know what? Just to prove to the people, you know what we should do?
What's that?
I should get one of you. You should get one of me. And basically, we should come on.
I don't know if we got it in the budget yet.
Look. People be like, why is Earth and Sky spot and why Sky and Earth spot? How they flip spots? No.
Movie do.
Look, what they showed you in Mission Impossible. Like literally, you can look old, you can look white.
Oh, you going bad on me?
Yeah, I see. For some reason, my signal's low, but that's kind of weird, considering that. But then again, it's 11:11, so things is, and plus we talking about some very interesting things, and we talking about some things that some people might make people think.
How bad did they do it? Yeah, we are talking about some interesting things.
You see what I'm saying? But think about it though. Does it make sense? Okay.
Perfect.
So you disappear, you come back out, you look completely different. Like literally swole up, just like yo, you little frame, and now all of a sudden you look like something jumped up into you. And now to revert back.
She went from can't stand a chance in hell to damn, she can get it like I used to. You know what I'm saying? Like she can, based off last time I saw, I'm like, yo.
Gets the business.
Yeah, she can get the business. She can get all the business. You know what I'm saying? With this new look. But how are you changing your looks to go back? Look, I ain't think you can grow this twice. I mean, because if anybody would have been able to grow it twice, I think it would have probably been MJ. Just saying.
Look.
Now, am I wrong on that one?
But see, here's my thing though. Why would Kim get an MJ nose and she don't sing?
And if you did get an MJ nose, how would you go back to a Michael Jackson nose?
Bro.
Like not MJ, Michael Jackson.
Not only that, She got her nose done. She got her cheekbones done. Her face was done. Her face was completely different. And now you want to revert back, bruh, bruh.
This
Or,
time?
or better yet, is the person we see now really Kim?
So you thinking they pulling an M?
Look, stunt doubles is a motherfucker, bruh.
They said they did it to M too. They said they did it. They said they got M too. But listen, I don't know. Allegedly, all of this is allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But gotta ask the question: how do you go from that far left back to far right? I don't know what to tell you. They
mask on,
mask on, mask off. And man, they're playing the game. I see you out there, Charlie. They're playing the game. They are playing the game. And look, it's okay. Listen, I'm so okay with the game right now. I'm like, I feel like old boy from Ready Player One. That's how I feel. That's how every day. Like tomorrow, Ready Player One. As soon as I look in the mirror, is it me? Yeah, it's me. Down to the last beard follicle. It's me. At least the me that I'm going to show the world. And to fool the world, I have to first fool who?
You.
This guy. So I'm going to fool me so I can fool you because that is the game. Don't hate me because that's the game. I didn't create the game. I'm just playing it the way I'm supposed to play it. Just saying. Take a shot of water.
But see, this is where it gets interesting again, people. You know, it is what it is at the end of the day. It really is. But it's just the fact that, like, it's interesting how they bring up Kim. Kim got her new look, which ain't new, it's the old look. But
Right.
got a new look. They got the same thing. See, yeah. So
I just thought about it. Not to cut you off, but I thought about it. Didn't her boyfriend just go to jail?
Ooh.
Or was that no. That was Nikki's boyfriend.
Yes. Nikki between her family and people in her immediate circle, she's had a very interesting flow the last, I'd say, 16 months. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yep. Alter Ego. Alter Ego is definitely a new show. And they go into that.
My goodness. Alter Ego. That's the one where they're using the holograms. Not the hologram, but like almost like a hologram.
Well, dude's living a different life. Like, it shows you pretty much like, well, what would life be if I did this? Or if I acted like this? And it spins, it's like it's a spin-off. It's a spin-off within a show.
I must be getting it mixed up because there's another show that's coming out on Fox where it's like a singing song show. And I thought that was called Alter Ego. And like, you know, they're in the backstage, but the person that's like their avatar is performing for the judges and is able to do some crazy shit like fly up and fairy dust the whole fucking crowd or some shit. Check that out for me, man. Check that out for me. I need to know that I'm right or wrong on that one right there. For earth and sky's sake, we must know. And don't mind me, man. I like to do these voices from time to time. I think it's a new show on Fox, if it shows it.
You're absolutely right. So I got it wrong. A singing competition where contestants reinvent themselves and perform like never before as their dream avatar. On Fox, It's deemed a game show, and its first episode is the 22nd, so it's not even out yet.
Right.
9 o'clock on Fox. There's the plug. You owe us some money.
We need some money. Fox, cut the check. So, but that I kind of see why I get the alter ego thing. You know what I'm saying? Because let's look at it like this. Who is Kim? Who is Nikki? Who is Snoop? Who is any of these people? But what they show us to be, because I have never seen Nikki in person. Now, I've seen Biggie in person. I've seen Pac in person. I've seen Busta in person. What's that? Alter ego, for you guys that don't know. And I think that leads me back to what, when my surrogate argument is that, we're just somewhere remote controlling what you see, even right now. Like, I'm remote controlled on the screen, but it's really me in my conscious, which is me somewhere else controlling this physical avatar. And that's how we're able to make this come to be.
Well, think about it. What better way, again, and they're really getting bad with this whole thing, but what better way, again, to get you used to?
Yes, I agree with you, Charles. I agree with you, Charlie.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, what better way to get you used to Project Bluebeam? Bruh, they pulled it out in a fucking stadium on football, and literally no one really said, oh, that's so entertaining. That looks so real. Like a video game.
The first introduction on American soil that was publicly notarized and stamped and approved as an okay gesture to use Project Bluebeam the other week, North Carolina. You're exactly right, Marillo. Like, if there's any other time to do it, why not do it during a football game? We have the biggest media, the biggest names, the biggest outpouring of people who are going to be blown away by this. Oh yeah. So when y'all see Jesus coming out the sky like this and all the extra, go running if you want to that one.
Come to me, my children. Okay, people. I did a little piece. T-Folks Shadow Work Chronicles.
All right. Pay attention.
So episode 1, right? Did a little piece, and I said, notice how, like, when you pray or you meditate and you hear that voice is coming from in your head. That voice isn't coming from outside of you. That voice is coming from within you. You're about to see some things, and you're about to be like, so, bruh, we can't stop this roll right here. We can't stop this roll. We can't stop this train. Okay, so people, there's about to be some things that are about to take place in this country that are about to basically affect the world. Okay. And you're about to see some things die. He said, I got my towel. Yes, you don't need it. Look, there's about to be some things that you're going to hear, some things that you're going to see that you didn't think was even humanly possible. But see, here's the thing. You're going to have to use critical thinking and discernment.
Heavy discernment.
They're going to show you illusion to blend in with the factual. Because you're going to see things flying around and you're going to see things lighting things up. And you're going to be like, oh, this must be a movie. This must be like the game in the Panther that's in the stadium. No, and no. That's going to be real in the field. And if you make the wrong decision, could cost you. And I'm not talking about money. Could cost you heavily.
Yep.
So they're trying to get you so used to seeing a certain thing and get used to it now, which is why they're going to keep putting it out there and keep putting it out there and keep putting it out there to desensitize you. Because they know clock's ticking. Tick-tock, tick-tock,
TikTok,
tick-tock,
TikTok.
tick-tock, tick-tock.
Did they do it today?
What? No, they weren't home. They didn't play a home game.
Okay. So I'm wanting to see next time. I'm gonna pay attention for next. Yeah, that's right. Wow, they beat New Orleans like that in New Orleans. Ooh.
They won't. Yeah, they did them dirty. They won't. That again. We put it out there as a feeler. Nobody said nothing. So we wait. What's the next opportunity? Because they realize, people, when I tell you they on the clock, they on the clock.
Yeah.
We've alluded to some things in other segments, but they know for a fact, and I'll tell you, I'll just tell you at least this much. You need to really do your research on why that blue beam came from the Pentagon.
And all 44 lights that it took to make it shine 18,000 feet in the sky and 60 miles wide.
And why it was blue. There's some things going on. Don't be surprised if breaking news doesn't hit within the next 6 days, to where literally you're gonna think, the damn world came to an end when you see what you're about to see. And let me tell you, one of two things are gonna happen. Either 3 people are going to walk free, or you will see some things that will completely blow your wig completely off your body permanently. And I'll guarantee you this, most of y'all ain't ready. When I say ain't ready,
how do you get ready? How do you get ready? You don't get ready for something like this.
Look. Ain't no religion gonna save you. Ain't no municipality gonna save you. Look here. You're about to see the history books rewritten to go back to the actual truth.
Under pressure.
I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go out on the limb. White folks, y'all was bamboozled, hoodwinked, run amok and led astray, just like we were.
Yep.
Just like we were.
Yep.
So y'all have been willing participants in this game, used as a shield to divert attention.
Welcome to the club.
And I mean, when this comes out, y'all gonna be like, but I thought, what?
Double.
What? Yeah, you go, yeah, bro. But my ancestors, but yeah,
it was all a dream.
Yeah.
I used to read Word Up magazine.
No, bro. I used to read His Story magazine. His Story. because it's not history. We were never taught history. We were
Hold on,
taught.
wait. They thought the his in history meant theirs. No, the his in history meant 1% didn't know what's really popping off right now. How the schools became compulsory. How, you know what I'm saying, the railroads were laid across this country. How telephone lines, you know, connected everything by telecommunicate. They know why, who, what, when, where, and how as they've been guided along. So we're all culprits. Look, hey, if it makes you feel any better, we actually thought we were from Africa. Just say.
Alex Haley, Roots. And did you notice they used to play Roots the same time every year? Clockwork.
Listen, I remember to this very day. I can't remember which date it was. I can tell you that I was probably like 5 or 6 years old when I first saw Roots, and I was living at. We were living in on base at the time. We were living on base at the time, and I remember sitting in front of the TV, and I was just like, "Dang," thinking to myself, like, "Man, they're messing them up really bad." Because, you know, I didn't cuss at the time, so I was really a young boy. Like, they're messing them up really bad. Ooh. And they're dark too. Ooh, they're doing them some kind of awful. You know what I'm saying? Like, not realizing. Then I just found myself watching it like, oh, like my parents didn't come by and say, hey, we're going to have a kumbaya moment and watch Roots tonight. We're going to watch some slaves get beat. And don't worry about it. We want you to see this because you need to know this for your own. No, that came in the 80s and 90s. When I saw this was all of in the late 70s. And trust me, I was like, I didn't get it. And my parents never really explained it to me. So I had to go searching on my own. But the search have finally come to conclusion. And another reason why I want to give big credit, big props to a brother named Dan Calloway for his exceptional skills and ability of being blessed to do research that other, obviously, scholars have totally missed. So, yes.
They missed it on purpose. It's not
it on purpose.
You can't miss that.
I mean,
that was missed on purpose.
This dude is either plugged in and being paid, or he knows what he knows by research, because he's called out the individual names of the people who were the players in writing the whole out of Africa ideology. Now, to me, I don't know how you came up with that. In all the ancestors like Dr. Bill, like Dr. Clark, you know what I'm saying, Amos Wilson, Dr. Phil Valentine, all these different names that I can name, you know what I'm saying? No, never Neely Fuller, you know what I'm saying? Dr. Francis Cress Welsing never came up with it, and he does. He did.
And that's because basically he is doing what he's supposed to do. He is fulfilling his destiny.
Yes.
This is why he was birthed. His energy got a carbon suit, and he is doing his jobby job. Yep. Okay, real quick. We're old enough to understand this. But for those of you not old enough to understand, again, do a little research. Earth and Sky Interactive. Okay. Roots came out as a mini series. Okay. In 1977, Black folks weren't on TV like that. They were not on TV like that. When I say they weren't on TV like that, bruh, there was ABC, NBC, and CBS. That was it. There were 3 channels. 3. And guess what? FM radio didn't exist then. It was just AM radio. Do your research.
Yeah.
So how easy was it to consistently play that year after year after year after year and literally get a whole generation to be brainwashed? This is your history. This is it. 1977? Dude, 1977?
I was 4. You were 4.
Thank you. Like, yeah, Hollywood Eye of the Shadows all the way back to the silent movies. Exactly. I mean, come on, people. You don't think that was a plan? You don't think that was done on purpose? Okay, try this. Try this. Okay, okay.
Here he goes, milk the cow. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
All right. Now, seeing that we can't reproduce these ships that they've never found, poof, right?
Right.
Okay. So here's what we can do. Let's think. So let's get a semi tractor trailer, full length. Okay. Now we're gonna put people in it. We're not only gonna put people in it, we're gonna stack them. We're gonna put levels. We're gonna stack them, and we're gonna put them in literally shoulder to shoulder. Then we're going to drive across America, but they can't get out at all. No sun, no bathroom, no doctor. And we're going to stop. The driver's going to stop and eat. The driver's going to stop and piss. The driver's going to do what the driver's got to do. But the people in the back can't do anything. How many of those people are going to live to make it? And the ones that do live to make it, which will be the ones on the very top level, because whoever's on the very bottom, no,
you're gonna be submerged in shit, just
and piss
and shit.
So now let's think. Critical thinking, people. They got a ship full of people. How many of them actually got off that ship alive, if that's the case? And then you brought them from what Roots is telling me. They got off the ship, shackled up, to be sold immediately. They weren't seen by a doctor.
He said, "Hands across America." I feel you on that one.
You see, they weren't checked out by a doctor. So, how many? Now, mind you, these are supposed to be business people. How many of these are you gonna have shipping? Because I'm gonna tell you what. Going from east to west coast, you might get maybe 20 people that made it out of packing them in like sardines, maybe get a couple hundred people in there in levels, shoulder to shoulder. Mind you, you ain't gonna have no big ones. You're gonna have skinny ones. Okay? Oh, and let's not forget, they had women on there menstruating. No one talks about that. So now you've got men and women on a ship. You gotta piss, you gotta shit, and women are going to have their period. That's a fucking guarantee.
So you're looking at least 6 to 9 periods in the travel from here to Africa. 6 to 9 periods. So you may not be drowned in piss or shit, but you will be drowned in menstrual cycle juice. I'm pretty sure that's going to be something that's going to raise up about at least a good 3 to 4 inches, depending on how many females you got on that boat. Come on, fuck out of here, man.
Dude.
You know, we've all been lied to, man. I mean, let's let's keep it 100, man. There is no superior race. You know why there's no superior race? Because even though we were all, let's just be honest, we're not equal, but we are created equally. And the reason why we're not equal is because you're going to shine in certain areas and I'm going to shine in certain areas. And I'm going to outshine you, you're going to outshine me, and the two together make a whole. Okay, so you take that enough and you do that enough times, and you got lots of matchups. Now, natural matchups will happen naturally. You know what I'm saying? And it's a given that everybody's going to stay with their herd. But when you do stray from your herd to another herd, you're going to still match up in the same species. You see what I'm saying? So you're not going to create something totally brand new. You're going to create more of the same, just something kind of different. All that being said, the sun area is the sun area because the sun people live in the sun area. The ice area is the ice area because the ice people live in the ice area. The ice and the sun people may very rarely come into contact with each other, but not so much, because that means you either got to fight in the sun and you're gonna melt, or we got to fight in the cold and we're gonna freeze. So does any of this make sense? It really doesn't. And the reason why it really doesn't is because the shit never fucking happened. You see what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? All the, now were we mistreated? And yeah, that shit happened. I'm not negating that. But there's got to be a reason why Kanye said slavery was a choice. It's got to be some kind of reason why Kanye said that. Not to just because obviously if he's not losing his rockers with his wife and they're about to get a divorce, but he's trying to hold on because he's worth a billy, multiple billies, and he's trying to keep her. What did your boy say? It's cheaper to keep her. Oh, it's cheaper to keep her. Right? So I would say Kanye is not really off his rocker. He's trying to he connected with Trump. All right. Yeah. But look, now you're seeing Biden in office and you're like, damn, you're wishing 45 was kind of going for a second term with some of the shit that they're pulling. All right. So, I mean, let's look at, the whole reason why I say that is because this system is based off of duality, but everything's governed by the Trinity. But it's based off of duality. Where's that third at that we're missing? The third is the common sense that we bring to each of these different situations. So let's just keep it 1K, man. If the big headline is two old school producers going at each other just to see who's got the most hits, and you got two old ass rappers behind them trying to get them pumped up to do this like it's some glorified boys club, that means that that's a distraction.
I gotta feed you to that one.
And you can obviously see that as rappers, they didn't say, hey, wait a second, you guys. Let's talk about something pretty important here. We know that we're in the midst of the pandemic, and we finally are now getting to come back out in New York and blah, blah, blah. They have these versus battles without having super spreaders around town. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, our sister Nikki, who is a fellow rapper also, probably more relevant than all of them are at this point, you know what I'm saying, is having some issues because of some comments she made. Well, let's reach out to her and let's talk about her, good, bad, or indifferent. Doesn't happen. Why?
And they left her on an island by herself. Now, the oldest bones ever found of a human being as we know it, female,
Lucy,
Africa, which means in order to be in Africa, she had melanin. Hot diggity dog.
Dun, dun, dun.
But no one wants to talk about certain things. No one wants to talk about why is it that there's hieroglyphs and Egyptian statues in the Grand Canyon. Where's the Grand Canyon at, people? Where's that?
Right here.
Right here in America.
America.
Now, we already know, well, those who actually pay attention already know, military installations aren't just put any old place. Usually military installations are put near something they want to keep from you. Basically meaning you can't get close to it. Why? Just so conveniently we put a base near you.
Why do you out there?
Speak on it because you know.
Military installations, similar to Machiavelli talked about, are put in places where interests are held, and they need to maintain those interests with some type of active force. So in other words, Machiavelli stated that one of the things that you should do to usurp, once you usurp a country, is to possibly employ their own people to manage and watch them. Now, this same principle was also used in the whole, slavery thing, quote unquote, and even is being used this very day by us managing and watching us, while those who are on high get to sit back and watch while their whole industry is being ran free of them to go free up their time and make some new moves somewhere else. So that's what Machiavelli did, and when he did that, he spoke about it. He spoke about it. Now, them implementing this is something they've already done, and that's the reason why you're gonna have like people keeping other people in check that look the same way.
Hmm. So
That's right.
like when I was telling you, like, white folks, you got bamboozled, hoodwinked, run amok, led astray. Yep, just like us, because basically y'all thought that it was your people who sold black folks into slavery. They was darker than me.
And got you guilt tripping.
Here's the illy. They called themselves white.
Oh, which further gives a little bit more credence that the term white is based off of status. You have to watch the people that label you.
Oh yeah. Mayan cliff dwellings in Flagstaff. Uh-huh.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Go to Sedona. But they won't. But there's certain look. Man, look here.
You got it. I'm gonna shut up. Shut up for a second.
The level. I can say this because it's after the level of pure fuckery that has been going on is otherworldly.
Facts.
A human being could not devise this on their own. Puppets. Kind of like the real reason why the Afghanistan government left and we pulled out. Something wicked this way comes.
So just and I'm going to add some extra credence because not only was I born in the military, I'm a card carrying veteran myself. So let me tell you something, okay? I didn't believe it till I got to El Paso, back where I was born at, Fort Bliss, Texas.
Yes. Back
in '92, and one of the things I realized is that, now keep in mind, I'm new, I'm fresh out of AIT and basic. I did not realize, because I had to wait for my unit to come back from Saudi Arabia, because this was at the time of the Operation Desert Shield. I did not realize that there were already Arabs on post living across from one of the chow halls, and literally, like, why are y'all here? Couldn't understand it. They would drive around in these Lincolns and these Cadillacs, and they would be dropped down in the back, and they would be bumping different colors, and just like they drive the cabs and all. Like, they really thought that was shit. I'm looking at y'all like, do y'all really know how goofy y'all look? But hey, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? They were right across from the mess hall. It was a whole barracks of Arab brothers. You know what I'm saying? Then I want to say Behind the other side were a buildings full of Russian soldiers. What I realized is that when we take over this country, it's not going to be we. It's going to be people that look like we, look like us, and they're going to be put in place. And then the psychology behind it made perfect sense. Why would you have people from Russia over here, right? Because people from Russia over here, when it all is said and done and it all goes down, are not going to have the same hangups as American soldiers would have on their own home base. In other words, if you're from Oklahoma and you send somebody from Oklahoma to Oklahoma as a National Guard member to defend against Oklahoma or defend Oklahoma interests, do you know how difficult that's going to be based off the fact that they're going to have like those hangups to where, hey, wait a second, we shouldn't be doing this to our people, let alone in our own backyard. That doesn't work well.
To piggyback off of what you said, and that one of my buddies from upstate New York posted, and he is also former military. He posted that during, I forget which war, there were black soldiers overseas. Overseas didn't have this whole segregation thing. So the black soldiers got to go in the bars with everybody and do their thing, right?
Yep.
Well, this wasn't publicized. The white soldiers actually flipped out because they wanted the country they were in to observe American rules and segregate. Do you realize that in all out, I'm talking like pretty much the bar said, okay, no problem, blacks only.
Yep.
When they said that, all hell broke loose. You had white soldiers, U.S. soldiers, fighting black U.S. soldiers. Did they teach you that in school? Didn't teach me that in school.
Nope, but I read that same story. I'm trying to remember where I read it at, but because it was definitely something that I came across.
This was in another country.
Yeah.
Like, so it wasn't like we're talking about this happened like here in the States. No. This was in a completely different country that did not have this crayon color issue. But yet and still, people lost their lives behind it. People got court-martialed over it because they tried to make another country observe laws that they didn't see fit because they run their shit different.
Right.
But we were never told, ever told about this in schools. Why is it that you keep this from people? Although, can you find it? Yes. Is it historical fact? Yes. Look it up. Look it up. And then Charlie brings this up, which this is a whole topic that I ain't even trying to get into tonight because basically I'll be on this topic for about a good 8 years. yeah. I'm not even going there with the airmen. I'm not.
Charlie, we'll just say it this way. If this is a pandemic, that was part of the original plan.
Oh,
that was the test plan, was the Tuskegee the Tuskegee experiment. But the
yes.
Tuskegee Airmen, yes, you're exactly right. I'm sorry, I mixed up two different things there, but you're right. The Tuskegee Airmen, that's definitely somebody that had to go through that. You know what I mean? But yeah, the Tuskegee experiment, well, that took me back to the whole other thing. So my bad on that one. It's late. I've been on the road all day. You know, it is what it is. And that's why I say these things, man, that are happening are a constant ping pong match, a constant tennis match, a constant volleyball match. You know what I'm saying? Anything with a net in the middle to make us feel like we should be on one side and you guys should be on the other side. listen, as intricate and as factual as anything that somebody, a scholar, can come up with, at the end of the day, the same ones that are oppressing us are oppressing everyone else too. And they are the same ones who have none of this that they were born with. It's something totally different.
Oh, bro. Oh. For those of you who don't keep up on like international news, England wants to go back to running things like way back imperial. They want to go back to the imperial way of running things. You know why? Because this has no more power. Zilch. Zero.
Deado.
Zero. Nada pinata, which is why you ain't seen her ass at all. Which is why the kids are wilding out. Henry can wild out now. Why? Because what mom gonna do? What grandma gonna do? You can't do nothing. I'm more relevant than you are. I actually have more power than you do. Which is why you haven't seen his brother say anything. Henry brother like, damn, I was supposed to be king. Well, if you go back to imperial, you will be. Now, this is how wilding out things are. And if you don't know what's going on, do you realize that like London been locked down? Dude, like really look outside yourself. Do you realize that people in Australia are wilding right now? They finally are basically damn near overthrowing the government. Like, you got us locked. Look, we look, they're playing some Twisted Sister. We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. Yo, they're wilding right now. Can you blame them? Because their lockdown was completely different. Like, they was running up on your house. They was running up on you in the car. They had roadblocks set up. Like, oh, jab.
You had to register.
No jab, that way.
You had to register guests, bro. I want you to come over to my, hey, baby. You know what? I know we've been talking on this phone since we've been in lockdown. We've been communicating through the airwaves. Look, I know we got 2 hours. I want you to come over. Come over here and catch up with me for a little bit. What? I gotta what? I gotta register you? Yo!
Sound like you wanna, bruh, did you just buy a puppy? Did you just buy a puppy?
I'm gonna get a pet. How long were they on lockdown anyway? They was on lockdown a hell of a long time.
Did you just buy a pet that you gotta register?
For real. You gotta register this shit. You gotta register to get some ass. You gotta register to go to the store. You gotta, come on, man. This is insane, man. And it sounds like they took it for a while, but now they're not taking it no more.
Bro, you can't. You look, man. Look. Here's what America, and we don't really pay attention to, a lot of things that go on outside of America because they have us on a hamster wheel here. Do you realize that you only live on the coast of Australia? Do you know how big Australia is?
Pretty damn big.
And you only live on the coast? What does that tell you? You don't live in the, and they look, they call it the outlands, but it's actually in, and you don't live there. There are still people that live there.
Indigenous.
That have never seen people outside of themselves.
Well, we're not gonna talk about the Tasmanians because we already know what happened to them.
Whoa.
Yeah. The original peoples.
Oh yeah, they did that. Look. When I say they straight got them butt booty naked and then smacked them all on the ass, that's exactly what they did.
Australian guns and divided the British EU.
Britain left the EU. Like, dude, like, look, this is way bigger than y'all even can fathom upon fathom. Like,
it's bad, bro. It's bad, but it's not bad on our part. It's bad on their part because what they're realizing is this is not going the way that they thought it was going to go.
Oh no! Oh no! Look. Again, you want to play a game and you want to cheat at the game. Then you got caught cheating, but figured, all right, so seeing that you caught us cheating, I'll make a bet with you. You can figure it out. You got us. We'll stand down. But you got to figure it out. You ain't going to figure it out because basically y'all can't come together to save your own ass.
Right.
So it never happened. So you go ahead and figure it out. We're going to sit over here and just fuck up the whole entire planet. But guess what? It got figured out. And the game is over. Hence the blue beam that you saw that shot from the Pentagon. The truth is the truth. See, there's a lot of things going on. The fuckery is no longer afoot. Like I said, you're going to see you're going to see some things and you're going to be like, but wait, I'm going to get online and I'm going to see like some whole other things. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're going to get online and here's what you're going to see. You're going to see that they done brought somebody back from the dead. From the dead. From the dead. Now, how do you do that? Oh, you mean you Han Solo'd somebody ass? Yeah. You Han Solo'd somebody ass. That's exactly. Look. It's about to get so real. It's about to get so real. So real. Like
stupid real.
And for what he just said, basically, a lot of this fuckery had to come to an end because basically at the end of the day, it is about the kids. Because if you really knew the laws that we live under, you'd realize that they could pull up a fucking paddy wagon to your house right now, knock on your door, present you paperwork legally, and take all of your children, completely smack the fuck out your house legally. Bet you didn't know that. Legally. And there's
bet you didn't know that.
And there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it.
Nothing.
Legally. Now, mind you, if they're coming to your house and they're at least nice enough to present your paperwork without dragging them out the house and shooting you in the head, you don't think that they'll do you in anyway? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, learn your law, people. I put a post on Facebook. Learn the law. Learn the law. Because basically, if you got a birth certificate, they got you. If you got a social, they got you. Oh, and if you own a house with a mailbox, they got you again.
Yep.
Bet you didn't realize that. Bet you didn't realize that your address actually marks as a commercial address for your straw man that they own.
You see something? Because I got my ID today, right?
Ooh.
I'm just looking to see something. Oh, all caps.
All caps. But the minute you go somewhere and spell your name all caps, they'll tell you that that's a no-no. You have to change that. A lot of people do. But again, it's one of those things where you got to think, if they're coming to round them up, they're going to be ready for that. That's why I said, if they even knock on your door, think about it. Send your kids to school. Basically they turn that school into fucking Fort Knox if they want to, and they will use the law against you. And I'll tell you what, I've lived in 48 to 50 states. Go across the old Route 66 and tell me how many what look like abandoned towns you see and complexes that you see off in the distance that look like prisons, but there's nobody in them.
Well, you about to start getting into FEMA camps and stuff like that. Slow down. Slow down. You know they got.
Look, this is way bigger than a black thing. This is bigger than a white thing. There are those people, entities on this planet who are not in it for us. They're not. We've all been lied to. All of us.
All of us.
There are those who were left to maintain this planet, and they were the keepers of the planet. Well, the keepers of the planet, yeah, started doing some things they wasn't supposed to do. Had to catch amnesia.
Had to go to sleep for a little while. You want to go night-night? Huh? Punk? You want to go night-night? Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Damn, yeah. Debo.
Yeah, bro. We got Debo. Those who did that said, we'll be back.
We'll be back.
So, if you honestly think that they was never going to come back, the planet fucked up. So guess what? It's like we left y'all to keep this shit good and nice. So we came back, life would be good. Yo, this shit is all fucked up. Like what the you played the game and they cheated? Oh, they cheated? Who cheated? Who cheated? Tell us who cheated. We want the rightful king of the land to tell us who cheated. We'll handle the rest. You ain't gotta do near nada.
Nada.
You tell us who cheated and we'll handle the rest. When I tell you it is about to get really real in the field, y'all have no fucking clue. And this shit, and guess what? You ain't gonna see the military do a motherfucking thing.
What can you do? What can you do against Mother Nature and technology that has been in other words, the technology you're using is a derivative of the technology that they actually have access to. So now you're seeing the full-fledged access. Oh, you thought you had the internet? Oh, you thought you had lasers? You know? But that's why I'm telling you.
Bruh. Okay, here's another little tidbit fact. Look this one up. Guess what they found? Shambhala. Agartha. So now they're actually telling the truth. We found inner Earth that's got a fucking sun in it. That's got a whole, as if you were above ground in Antarctica. Nobody ever questioned the fact of why, even during a fucking world war, all these countries came together and said, oh shit, nobody else can come here but us. You get caught coming here and your ass is, look, we're going to drop your ass off in Siberia with no boots. Have a good one. Go to Antarctica without clearance. Watch what happens to you because you're not coming home.
People, do you understand? This is the type of stuff that's going on around us. In earth and sky, we recognize it and we bring it. You can research what we're doing, and trust me, you're going to find a lot of deep layers behind. And now tonight, we normally go interactive. We didn't go interactive tonight as much as we do because normally we tell you where you can go get this, but trust me.
Hold on.
We got you. We got you. We got you. We're gonna give it to you live because Earth and Sky is just that type of environment where you're gonna get the real. You know what I'm saying? And when you get the real from us, don't say, look, just continue your studies, figure out what you need to figure out. Because like Nikki said, hey, educate yourself and pray. Educate yourself and pray. You know what I'm saying? So, as he's giving this last reference to you guys, you know what I'm saying, we're going to get this wrapped up so we can get on into the next mode of life, which is, what else does life have to offer? Oh, trust me, we got something for you. You know what I'm saying? Earth and Sky is bringing it to you on the earth level, the sky level. The two combined together, if you notice where our pictures are at, is Earth and Sky, interactive, right in the middle. We're right in the middle. You see what I'm saying? Because that's where we meet at. Now, look, when I tell you people that it goes beyond what they're telling us, there's a reason why information is left up there at all times to be disseminated by you as you see fit. Because they know that you're going to slide to one side or the other side. And that being the case, that's okay by them. What you have to realize is that what's okay for you, what's going to work for you. Okay? So, as we get ready to wrap this thing up, you got it for me?
Cross-referencing.
Okay. Cross-referencing everything right now, double checking. Look at him. He's going into full Snoop mode right now. Okay, 2 phones. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 chains. He's got 2 phones. You know what I'm saying? 2 phones. And why? Because look, I don't have my phone today. So guess what? Somebody's got to have my backup. And who else to better have my backup than that guy right there? That guy right there. AKA Scott. Yo, we be wilding out, but yo, we be bringing y'all that real, man. Let me tell you, these lights, man. These lights. Ask yourself, why would they put the lights at the Pentagon and not at the building where the biggest casualty or loss of life happened at? But yet still the new buildings have light beams through which you will go into the sky. Now, a lot of this is for tracking. You gotta have, every time you have skyscrapers, you gotta have the lights so that the planes below or planes above can see the lights below, right? So that's definitely recommended, and it's a smart thing. But these lights are different. These lights obviously have signaling capabilities. 44 lights, number one. They can be seen 18,000 feet in the sky from 60 miles around. Come on, people. You good? You got it yet? So with that, we just gonna keep bringing y'all the live. We're gonna keep bringing y'all the real. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully the show's not too raunchy. It's not too raunch. You know what I'm saying? But if it is not raunchy,
I don't give a damn.
If it, well, he took the words out of my mouth, so I can't strike you with that thunder. But what I can say is, if it's not raunchy enough, I would definitely recommend you, carry your ass over to Johnny Quantum 369 After Dark, because he's gonna give you some of that raw as well, and it's gonna be with no bars held. Do you understand what I'm telling you? So that's the type of stuff, man, that I'm happy that we bring in, because we understand one thing if nothing else. You may not be asking for the truth, but you deserve it, and you really need it on the low. So that's where we're at with it now. And trust me, we've been seeing a whole lot this week, to where if you're not paying attention, well, let's just say the proverbial dog biting your ass is going to be a lot more vicious of an attack, because we're not talking months out anymore. We're not talking years out anymore. We're talking like this shit is going on right now. Earthquakes, major water slides. You know what I'm saying? Volcanic.
I didn't even know there was a volcano in Canary Islands, bro.
Yeah. Volcanic activity. Keanu Reeves releasing, the Matrix 4 and John Wick 4. There's a lot of things going on. You know what I'm saying? Some people would say, oh, you guys are screwy. Truth be told, listen, let me tell you something. If you're one of those people that need everything blatantly spelled out for you, please get the hell off our channel. Please just, grow wings out your ears and just fly the hell away. Because number one, we're not trying to sell you anything that we wouldn't buy ourselves. Number two, we're not trying to feed and stuff something down your throat that you can't eat, regurgitate shit out, and then, be wanting to have some more later on down the line. You know what I mean? And we're definitely not trying to take nothing from you that you didn't come with. In other words, to say that a different way, we're rocking with the universal glasses. So best way to say it is, we can't make you wear them. We're prepared to deal with things exactly as they are. And we know we can never take them off. And once you put them on, you can never take them off either.
I'm trying to get access to this article.
Okay. I mean, we can save it for the next day, for the next show. We gave him two good strong ones. Strong. So strong.
Well, just to kind of show you what's going on in Melbourne, Australia, real quick.
What?
People rushing the gate, bruh.
Wow.
Melbourne. But yeah, I'm trying to get access to this now. Mind you, I know I don't have that type of clearance personally. So I may have to reach out. Our research team has discovered the fabled Shambhala, or lost city of Agartha, the city of crystals located in Antarctica. A vast city made of rainbow crystals located in Antarctica and said to have vast underground tunnel system connecting to Giza pyramids. Photos and videos will come shortly. I will work feverishly, as you can see. Shit got me sweating, bro. Sweat on the brow. I want in. I'm going to get in because the people of the Earth and Sky Interactive need to know. And we swing that vine.
And what was that?
You don't hear people talking about the stuff that we talk about. Actually, yes, there's a couple people out there that talk about the stuff that we talk about. But there needs to be more people talking about the stuff that we talk about. Straight up.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, we're going to have that because I got to get to that. I need that in my life. I need to know. Inquiring minds want to know. I want to know. So I can tell you what's really real, what's really going.
Hey.
Go stick me in the wrong.
You know what I'm saying?
For those of you who don't know who Stink Meaner is a character off the Boondocks cartoon. Yo, that cartoon was trying to tell you about what was going on in hip hop years ago with Thuglicious. Tried to tell you. Nobody wanted to listen.
Yeah. Hey.
Well, I mean, look, there's tunnels all over, all up, under, in, around. They showed you. They showed you what was good with Inner Earth. They showed you what was good with Inner Earth when it came down to Godzilla versus Kong. They showed you. They showed you exactly what was really good and what was really good with Inner Earth. They showed you. They told you. Like, yes, there's a place that looks just like here, as if you're below ground. They also showed King Kong living in a dome. Interesting concept that they got King Kong living in a dome.
Yeah, it's going down all over this place right now, man. And you know what? Earth and Sky will be back to unite and talk to them more about this. And what I have to say is that if you don't get distracted, you will actually see what's happening. Have to look through the veil. You have to look through the veil. If you don't look through the veil, you're going to get blindsided. It's like, where did that come from? You know?
Yes. Good night, Charlie.
Good night, Charlie. We out, brother.
Salute you.
Guys out. You already know what we do, man. Do you see? Do you see? There's a reason why I asked that question. That if you don't see, it's going to blindside you. I'm trying to tell y'all. 3 kings crooked walking across the land.
Crooked man walks across the land. You about to see it. You about to see him. And you thought he wasn't here no more.
Boy, I'm telling you, that's going to be news. That's going to be news. You ain't going to be able to avoid that one.
Look, I'll tell you this. When the news comes on, breaking news, and you start seeing some things, I'm going to make a suggestion. Go get gas. Go to the bank and pull out your cash. Because guess what? Communications are going to go down. And you ain't going to have access to your money. So I would suggest once you see breaking news and you think all hell done broke loose, go get gas, fill up all your vehicles, go to the bank, pull out as much cash as you humanly can, because you're going to need it. On that note, good night, good morning, good evening.
And God bless. Peace. Earth and Sky.